Good afternoon, Ospreys. You're watching This News live from the Student Union. I'm Kaylee Snyder.
And I'm Austin Thielen. Coming up in today's show, the presidential election recap.
The Zeta Round-Up last night.
Spring registration opening up next week.
Digital badges for students.
And of course, your weekly weather and sports updates. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. Donald Trump has been declared president-elect, according to the Associated Press, winning the majority of the Electoral College vote, with Trump having 295 electoral votes and Kamala Harris having 226 of the electoral votes. The popular vote was also won by Donald Trump this past Tuesday. Trump was the determined winner of the state of Wisconsin, putting him 10 electoral votes over the needed 270 required votes to be declared president. In the state of Florida, 6 amendments were added to the ballot this past election. In order for an amendment to be added as a law, it requires at least 60% approval from voters. Here's the voting status of each amendment. Amendment 1, which sought to make district school board elections partisan, did not pass, receiving only a 54% approval. Amendment 2 passed, granting the right to fish and hunt with a 67% approval. Amendment 3, opting for adults' personal use of marijuana, did not pass, with a 55% approval. Amendment 4, an amendment seeking to limit government interference with abortion, was not passed, with 57% approval. Amendment 5, which focused on homestead annual inflation adjustment, passed with 66% approval. And lastly, Amendment 6, the repeal of the public campaign financing requirement, did not pass, with 50% approval. Be sure to check out the Spinnaker website for more updates.
Last night, the Zeta Tau Alpha chapter at UNF hosted their annual charity Zeta Round-Up event to raise money for breast cancer awareness. Let's take a look.
We are so excited to welcome you all to the 24th annual Zeta Round-Up competition. All proceeds for this event will go to the Zeta Tau Alpha Foundation to benefit our philanthropy, breast cancer education, and awareness.
When I come to the club, step aside.
It's Zeta Tau.
Our chapter has currently raised over $18,000 and hope to continue adding to it. We hope you all enjoy this event and always remember to think pink, think Zeta.
I am so ready for the weekend, Austin.
I am too. What are you doing this weekend?
Well, tomorrow night, I'm going to do karaoke with some of my friends. What are you doing tomorrow night?
I am also doing karaoke too. I think we got like 20 people coming out.
Almost. It's going to be a good night.
It'll be fun. But speaking of the weekend, let's
see what the weather's going to look like, because you might be doing something outdoors unlike us.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, Ospreys, and welcome back to your weekly weather report. Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 84 degrees and a low of 71 degrees. We'll have partly cloudy weather, so we are not expected to have any rain today. Now, looking into the weekend, temperatures will still be in the high 80s, which I know is not preferred now that we are in early November, but mornings will feel cooler if you have an 8 a.m. class, which I know we are all still attending at this point in this semester. So overall, we'll have some partial cloudy and mostly sunny weather. We shouldn't have any rain this week. There's a slight chance that we'll have an early AM shower Saturday morning, but that should be it. So I know I've been sounding like a broken record. It's warm. Why is it warm in November? Why is it humid? But take advantage of it. After all, we do live in the Sunshine State and we have some beautiful nature trails on campus. So if you're feeling stressed this week, remember to go outside in between studying. This has been your weather report, and I'll see you next week, Ospreys.
Spring registration week is approaching fast as registration goes live starting next week on the 12th. Students can view their spring 2025 time ticket by visiting My Wings under Student and clicking the registration tab. Students should ensure they have all of their informational holds and actions cleared before their time ticket starts, as these may delay their ability to register immediately for classes. A useful tip for new students is to use the Plan Ahead feature, which allows you to create your class plan and schedule classes all at once with a push of a button. You can find this feature if you go to My Wings, click on the Student tab, then go to Registration and click Course Registration. There, you'll be able to find all sorts of helpful features besides Plan Ahead. As November 12th approaches, students can view a detailed guide on registration on the Office of Records and Registration website.
The University of North Florida has started offering students free additional badging opportunities, providing verified skills to enhance resumes and appeal to employers. Additional badges are short, self-paced, and skill-focused courses ranging from 10 to 30 hours that students can sign up to take at any point during their enrollment at UNF. According to Trudy Abadi-Mendia, one of the leading experts for the UNF Digital Badging Initiative, certain industries are hiring using skill-based hiring practices. Instead of only looking at the degree a candidate may have, they are also looking for a provided skill set to go along with that degree. Badges can lead to certifications, but are not equivalent to certifications, Mendia said. For example, while receiving a badge in Microsoft Excel does not make someone certified in Excel, it does show to employers one has been taught the skills aligning with the courses, gained experience with the software, and knows how to use it in various ways. There are 79 badges in total, though through 13 different UNF issuers, but there are 16 of them that can be earned regardless of what major a student is in. There is no limit to how many badges can be earned, but Mendia does recommend focusing on career and skill complementing badges. These badges can also be earned over the summer or holiday breaks as long as the student is actively enrolled with UNF. For more information, check out the story on unfspinnaker.com.
And now let's go to Angel with your weekly sports update.
What is up, Ospreys? Welcome back to your sports update for the week. Let's get right into it. Women's soccer played in the quarterfinals last Sunday against number 5 Eastern Kentucky. In shocking fashion, Eastern Kentucky went up early in the game and were able to hold on defensively to upset the Ospreys 1-0. This season was still a great season with the Ospreys graduating 7 players, so we'll see how they stack up next year. Men's basketball put up major headlines in the past week. The South Carolina Gamecocks paid $95,000 to play their home opener against the Ospreys. The Ospreys showed up ready to play and in shocking fashion beat the Gamecocks 74-71, giving the Ospreys their first ever SEC victory. The Ospreys then played again last night, in which they hosted the Charleston Southern Buccaneers. The game started off relatively slow for the Ospreys, but toward halftime they started picking up the pace. The Ospreys would go on to dominate in the second half and win 90-66. The Ospreys put up an amazing 2-0 start to their season. On the other end of basketball, women's basketball hosted the Trinity Baptist Eagles for their elementary game day. Elementary students from around Jacksonville and fans got to witness history for the women's basketball team as they beat the Eagles 146-53. The Ospreys broke program records for most points scored in the game, total steals, field goals made, and three-pointers made. This was an amazing start to the season and puts high expectations on the Ospreys, so let's see how it goes from here. Coming up this weekend, baseball plays against Central Florida Community College at Harmon Stadium at 4. Softball has a doubleheader against Flagler here at Softball Stadium at 5 and 6:30. Volleyball has back-to-back home games against West Georgia at 7 p.m. tonight, and then their senior night game tomorrow at 6 against Queens, North Carolina. All day Saturday and Sunday this weekend, beach volleyball team is hosting their Fall Invitational. That's all I have for you today, Ospreys. I'll see you next week for your sports update. Swoop!
And that's just about all we have for you today, Ospreys.
Remember, consider donating to support college radio at UNF through the link in the description below.
And of course, for all things Spinnaker, check out our website at unfspinnaker.com.
Also, make sure to follow us on our Instagram at UNFSpinnaker and check out the rest of our YouTube for more content.
And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Austin Thielen.
I'm Kaylee Snyder,
And we'll see you next week on Spinnaker's Nest News.
Swoop!